Hello, welcome to your new happy place or welcome back. So today I got if you build it, they will come. No picture. Then I heard green light, and I have a multicolored light bulb that I can choose what color. And I thought to myself, you know what, that's kind of cheeky, like green light, go kind of thing, and then I put it on and it actually looks beautiful. And I looked it up on YouTube, of course, because YouTube knows everything. So I looked it up, and turns out it's wonderful therapy for all sorts of things. So I'm liking it, right? If you build it, they will come. Moral of the story today. So I got your oracle cards first. Take up some time. We have Sovereign Queen Maeve, Queen of the Fae herself, number 40 from the White Light Oracle. Love her. We have Build, funny enough, from the Awake Oracle. We have the Staff in reverse from the Mystical Shaman. And we have Self-Love. Oops, sorry about the light there. There we go. Self-Love from the Queen of the Moon. Very cool. It feels very green light. And then this was your blessing card. And that says, don't be afraid, just believe. Like, yeah. Don't be afraid, just believe. If you build it, they will come. I think Turtle's going to hang up. So yeah, no doodle today. This rune, interesting enough, this rune in particular, this polar star, this, what is it called? Tiwaz, number 17. Self-authority, single point of focus has been coming up so often. So often. Okay, so here we are. I love this green light. I hope it makes y'all feel better. I'm not better as if you didn't feel good before, but I like the idea of it. I really do. And I love the way my beautiful altar here looks. Everything has a certain glow to it. And the black light behind is, yeah, this is interesting. I already feel like if I was a plant, I would be growing right now. If you build it, they will come. Don't be afraid. Just believe. And then we have Sovereign Queen Maeve here. Now the staff, it being in reverse, which, if I remember, I'll read it for us at the end, because we want to turn that up right. That staff is also your self-authority, okay? Same as this rune here. Also your self-authority, which is really kind of fantastic, because this is telling you to take the middle way, okay, essentially. The, balancer of extremes, really. Your staff is your self-authority, your power directed. And then we have self-love with the moon. And this woman is in such a place that she has fruition coming out of her hair, She's totally, like sovereign. She's totally sovereign. And then we have the build, which is the basic, geometry of universal progression, right? So yeah, interesting. I love it. It feels very green light, right? It feels very green. All right, I'm gonna move her. Here we go. I hope y'all are having a fabulous May so far. Although this is a timeless reading, yeah. Which I'm loving the aspect of that. All right, the self in this scenario. If you build it, excuse me. Get back in my chair. Thank you. If you build it, they will come. Self is the mountain. The mountain. Wow, I'm loving the way the green is playing. That's beautiful. Self-love in the mountain. Okay, so where are we going? The judge. Perfect. Perfect. Right where that build point lives. That sovereign point. This is what we have in our hand, the threshold. Look at the color on that. Even in this green light. It's like on fire. I love it. That's what we have in our hand. Talk about a staff. Talk about building sovereign. The power of belief in your own point of focus. I mean, we have this rune as well as the staff to address that point of self-authority. And then the okay. If you build it, they will come. And this is the why. The castle. Again with the green. Beautiful. That is definitely the ideal, right? Maybe that's why I was not drawn to the green. All right, seashell. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so we have the mountain. Going into the aspect of the judge with the threshold in their hand. The cusp. And the castle being the why, again with the sovereignty and the self-authority. I love it. I love it. If you build it, they will come. Green light. Green light. You have the green light. I love it. I knew I was going to be able to be cheeky with that. That is so cool. I'll put that in the middle of it. You know, at first I was kind of bummed. Underlying is the storm. Perfect. That is exactly what we're talking about. You know, creating your own, not storm in a bad way, but like all of the great aspects of a storm. You know, they move all things, and then everything settles. And finding the eye of that storm is always the goal, right? Which is, you know, inside the mountain, as well as that center point of the judge, as well as that place where you know where that edge is of that threshold of what you want to proclaim for yourself, what you want to build, you know, because you want it to come from a place of self-love. And then don't be afraid, just believe. I love that. All right, tarot, tarot. Tarot. Put this one here. Okay, great. If you build it, they will come. You know, this just coming off the cusp of my other last reading, even though these are all, you know, standalone for the most part. It does feel as if it's a progression of like, as a lotus, because I've been talking, it's still May, right? The very beginning of May, you know, and the essence here is, and I just felt that as a lotus. What am I doing with my authority? My self-authority, right? I love that. And we do have a threshold in our hand in regards to the castle. And that mountain is very personal. Alright, show me the judge as far as where we're going with this internal. Ooh, the judge. You know what that just reminded me of? The Kabbalah. I don't know much about the Kabbalah, but I know the very top, I do believe, is the King of Wands. I've heard someone else say that. I'll say that because I haven't researched it myself. But that being the aspect of the judge, it makes perfect sense. And look at that staff, very prominent. You know, that wand. Perfect. Okay, that's where we're going. And the aspect of the staff. All right, the mountain, looking in the cup. Self-love. The self as the Page of Cups. The threshold, possibilities, what it could be. I love this. And then, yeah, I love this. Foundation. Queen of Pentacles. Very sovereign Queen Maeve, right? Very self-love. Builder at heart. At the heart of it, that is exactly the castle and the builder, and aware of the power that she holds over her environment. If you build it, they will come. Wow. It's kind of like the self and the hope and the projection of the certainty coming from a place of absolutely. Don't even question it. Inspiration. It's there for a reason, which is exactly how the universe works, in my opinion. We never have a desire that stems from nowhere. We all have that personal point of perspective that we are meant to be here to be, right? All right, I'm gonna shuffle. Oh, that was it. So, self in the past. Beautiful. Exactly. We're coming from a healthy place. Now being the lotus, okay, aware that we can have self-esteem and everything because we're putting our best foot forward, right? Personal best means we can just start expecting that. Thresholds in our hands. That's what that means to me. Taking it on. Look at how that looks like the Ten of Cups in Queen Maeve's crown. Right? Very similar. Interesting. All right, that's the self in the past. And then the surrounding piece, Spirit. Surround. Whoa. All right, that one just fell somewhere. Where'd you go? Oh, there we go. We have the Nine of Wands as the surrounding environment. All right. A healthy idea of where one's threshold is, right? You know exactly your surrounding environments. Holding that staff. Okay, on the cusp of what do I build now? Okay, I like that. Authenticity is how I like to see the Nine of Wands, right? Self in the present, on the path, with that pentacle in hands. The threshold, moving slowly. All right, and the stimulus here is if you build it, they will come, right? Because that's what we're doing here. It's a green light. How does the King of Wands play out with this building it? The they will come part, I guess. This is such a cool one. I mean, it's different. Oh, wow. If you build it, they will come. Wow. If you build it, they will. Oh, okay. This is more of an aspect of you've got to be on that threshold. Like you've got to cross that threshold. That's the staff in reverse. But that's the staff actually being turned up the other way. Don't be afraid. Just believe. It's going to come to a place where you're going to love yourself more than you love the judgment of others. And then it's going to be, you know what? I'm going to put this potent, very potent building energy that I have into my own trajectory, my own legacy that I personally took in hand as the storm with the underlying. Don't be afraid. Just believe. You do have a threshold in your hand, and you do have a castle. I mean, if you are, I was just going to say lucky enough, which I don't believe in luck. So if the universe sent you here to if you build it, they will come. Green light reading. Then there's a reason, right? This is a lot of power sitting right here on the threshold of being directed in the most beautiful sovereign way. I love it. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, the Emperor knocked over the rune. The card of authority, self-authority, knocked over the rune of self-authority coming out to tell you that this is you in the future. How awesome is that? And again, the color. So you go from the Ten of Swords. I mean, the Ten of Swords and owning it as the Emperor. This is strong. Gosh, this is strong. Because once you confirm to the universe that you have chosen, I mean, this staff, right? I'm ready to build. I'm not afraid. I'm believing that I have this inspiration for a reason. The center, please, Spirit. Ooh, sorry. I didn't mean to bump you. And again, with the cards flying, look at this. I love it. It's like the energy is like barely contained. Wow, beautiful. In the center, the moon. Okay, that looks beautiful in that green light. In the center, the moon. This is the bridge, the event, in the middle, catalyst to something. The moon. Moon. This is the cross. In the mountain. I'm sorry. The mountain goes into the judge with a threshold in hand because of the castle. This is all about self-authority, but in your own self's judgment of that authority. It's very much self-contained, and it's very much self-proclamation of, proclaiming your rarity. If you've never heard of it, the God Memorandum by Og Mandino. The power of choice and proclaiming your rarity. I forget what the other ones are. Do all things with love. Like it's recognizing your absolute purpose for having a drive to begin with. Because if you don't call it important, no one's going to. And trust me, I can appreciate this. I have a brand new baby YouTube channel called Your New Happy Place. And I absolutely love it. And I love the concept of it. And I love. But it's taken me a long time to get here. To have the bravado to, believe that it was, that it was time. That it was time for me to take that staff in hand, love myself enough to go ahead and direct that energy into something that I could show that I have invested in my happy place. Because this little space right here, whether the camera's on or not, is my happy place as far as, introspection. So, yeah, this is a powerful place to be, to have this threshold be in the place of judge and self-love, your own staff, on the threshold of what you consider your castle, right? That's beautiful. What's the hopes? Whoa. Hopes. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is the hopes. Excuse me, I need to get a sip of water. Thank you. That reminds me, thank you for all the likes and subscribes, and please share it with any friends that you think would enjoy our new happy place here. All right, where we find self-help tarot entertaining, right? Comic as usual. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles as the hope. Being good enough. Being absolutely solid in who you are, like expert. That kind of like solid in your study. Like knowing what your value is, what you have that you can build off of, right? Where your power comes from, your foundation. And I love that because it branches off of the Queen of Pentacles. This is your fear, though. The world. This is the self's fear. Okay. The self's fear. The world. If you build it, they will come. And we need a green light in order to call Sovereign here to get started and turn the staff up the right way. You need this mountain moved. That's what this green light's all about. How does the world progress, please? This is actually quite beautiful. Oh, the world. That's interesting. Okay? Look, the Two of Wands progresses to the world. The Two of Wands is the fellow there is holding the world in his hands. And he's choosing to proclaim his rarity. Okay? His choice. His power of choice. And so the world is the fear. And the Two of Wands is how it progresses. And this is about the castle and our self-worth being expert level in our own consideration. That certain place that it's time to call ourselves enough. And it's time to offer our power into the moment we're in order to build that castle. Because we are always in that place where that threshold, which the Two of Wands is very much like the threshold. Also the mountain. That's interesting. So the fears of the world is like taking on that wisdom aspect, right? Like I'm the one that knows, so I'm going to go ahead and act as if this is the best thing for me, right? Go ahead and take on the head of that storm. What's the advice here? If you build it, they will come. You guys, you got the green light. What's the advice here? Thank you. That would be the Two of Cups. Harmony. Self-love. Harmony with self and other. What's the outcome? Just one, please. Just one. It's just one card. There we go. Is there? Yes. Did you flip? No. No flip? Okay. There we go. Interesting. All right. The Hierophant. The Two of Cups has the advice, and the Hierophant almost as like kind of an encapsulation of all of these cards, right? Don't be afraid, just believe. If you build it, they will come. The Hierophant stands here in this adding to the stream all of his best with two people and some keys. Well, the castle. It's like once you own that you are you and you're the absolute most you anybody can be, and whatever it is that you build, your attitude is 99% of the battle, right? Because if you build it, they will come. Have harmony with that, right? Have harmony with that. You're in the center of it all. Wow, look at the bottom. OMG, I didn't mean to yell. Oh, look at that. Ace of Wands. I want to hold that up again. Maybe you two will take a picture of it. It's beautiful, right? And here I am going on about the King of Wands and the aspect of you, being the storm. Don't be afraid, just believe. And you've got that sovereign aspect right there. Underlined. There's your staff. You know what? I'm not even going to read it. We're going to go ahead and call that. Thank you, kitty. We're going to call that. Meow. And that is North Star, by the way, her name. She's a saber-toothed kitty. Who rescued me and is this channel's mascot, as y'all have heard. I love that. Your light, your power, your staff, your middle way, you're loving yourself enough to build it means they will come. I love that. I love it. I love it. And I do believe that's it, even though today, wow. Anything I missed? I think that one was pretty clear. Let me know what you think of the green light. Again, please Google that because the therapy, there was like multiple reasons. And please do, continue to like and, please, your participation is so wonderful at this point in this channel. And I just want to say how grateful I am and excited. So, I get all tongue-tied at the end here. Thank you very much. Until next time, peace.